Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Today is Lead Generation Thursday. Morning, Ben. How you doing today?
Good morning. I'm up. I'm waking up. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm only one in, so just let this as soon as I'm halfway through, I'll be ready. I'll be all good.
Right on. We're both just talking. We had a struggles getting on this morning, or I did, and so we didn't get a chance to really chop it up a little bit like we normally do ahead of time. Today is Lead Generation Thursday. Thank you all for joining us. I wanted to thank you all for just giving us your times in the morning. Remember, tomorrow is Open Mic Friday. We're going to be streaming live from the YouTube channel. So if you come here, you're not going to follow. You're not going to find us. I will put a link up in the group so that way you can find us at the YouTube channel. Please go over there, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button. That way, every time that we're on, you will be notified, because we want you a part of us, and that's why we're doing the open mics, and we want to invite you to come on to the channel and talk about your wins, your loses, your struggles, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right. Those morning, I think those are amazing conversations that we have. I mean, it's been awesome. Every Friday. Here's the thing, guys. Even if you're not comfortable talking or whatever, you're welcome to join in on a Zoom and just listen in. Hit the mute button. And if you're not comfortable being on the video, right? If you're not comfortable with your face or whatever, and you're just not sure, hit the mute button and jump in. We'll come and ask you a question, or we'll just engage with you. And that's the whole point. We're engaging with you, and we'll try to have a conversation with you. But it's okay. Learn how to use that Zoom feature. Learn how to have that app on your phone, because it's eventually you're gonna have to use that for. I don't know. I mean, everybody. I have a 5-year-old little girl that's using the Zoom app for a dance class. And she doesn't know how to use it, but we have to know how to use it so she can have her little dance class that we're still paying money for, which I'm still arguing with my wife about how with this Zoom class doesn't make any sense. So,
right, we're doing all the work, but we still got to pay. We've had that conversation as well, let me tell you.
I'm paying for it. Like, why don't I just get a YouTube video and let it?
There's still, you know what, I really do believe in two things. The interaction, the live interaction, I think is huge. And then I think, too, it definitely is supporting those small businesses out there. I know a little bit of light up.
Yeah,
but, you know what, that's what the world is going to go to anyway. You know what I mean? So I saw a couple of commercials last night for this Beachbody, fitness channel. They're putting all their trainings up on there, and they're figuring it out. You know what I mean? So, I'm not trying to segue into that, but really seeing a lot of that,
I would really love if somebody would join us on a live or have a conversation who's doing these classes, who's having challenges or is having success. It doesn't matter, and have a conversation with us and let us know what they're doing, what's working for them, or what hasn't worked for them, or maybe they're interested in doing something like this. Because I know there's people that out there are doing like boxing classes. My father-in-law does boxing classes on a Zoom class, and he really enjoys it. And these people are charging money. I mean, we talk about the Venmo. They're paying with the Venmo, the Facebook payment. So the payment portion to get the payment is very easy. It's just a matter of just going out there and doing it, being comfortable. And the technology, we've gone through the headaches, right? We're always learning new things. Even on our end, sometimes the audio on my end sounds a little off because you're on the computer, I'm on the phone, and so it's so much things that we're trying to work on. So it's okay. We're always trying to try something new. So
it's a work in progress. Hey, Gustavo, how you doing? He just gave us a high five. Rick Cosgrove is also on the line. We had a great conversation as well yesterday. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We had a couple things we talked about yesterday in reference to lead generation. Do you want to just kind of go into that real quick?
Sure. So it is Lead Generation Thursday. What we've talked last week, we talked about leads. If you don't know, if you want to come back and recap that video, go ahead. It's on the YouTube, or we'll send us a DM. We'll forward it to you. But what leads are, or what lead generation is. And then yesterday, you had talked to me about your wife. How she is going to go into the insurance industry, and how she's learning how to be an insurance agent, right? She's learning all the protocols and all the information, but there really is no one out there training her on how to go out and get business.
Right, right. It's the same. What I'm seeing is, hey, Rick, hey, Heidi, how you doing? What I'm seeing and what she's feeling is that there's the standard MLM model. You know what I mean? She's working in a company that is multi-level marketing, which I don't have a problem with. I don't know why there's a stigma in some people's head about it. I really feel going straight to market and having people share your product is a great thing, and where they can make money on it. But anyway, so she's really struggling with that, not understanding, she's not comfortable yet in what she knows. She's still learning, and she's not understanding yet how to have those conversations. And she's really not comfortable, like you said a moment ago. And that's the conversations we've had lately. And so we kind of broke it down a little bit. I'm trying to get into her head a little bit. And I'm thinking, okay, if I had to start over knowing what I know today, what would I tell her to do? You know,
Sure.
how would I advise her to go forward? And I started writing it down, and we talked about putting together kind of a guide and a step-by-step, step one, step two, because she's got zero business presence, zero business page, any of that. So it was really about matter of having her understand how to position herself as a beginner, you know what I mean, and expressing her learning and her struggles on video. And she's like, wow, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, nobody wants to put their pain on camera. I know I don't do it enough, and that's something I'm going to stretch myself to do more. And hopefully you guys give me a little bit of sympathy on some of my losses, because I'm going to start putting them out there a little bit more, because I want you to know it's not all sunshine and roses. But I feel that what I'm telling her to do is document her struggle.
Sure.
Not kind of worry about the insurance as much, because she is learning that. We could show. I think your suggestion yesterday was fantastic. Sitting back and taking a picture when she's studying for her exam, because she's getting prepared for that. Or when she's doing some of her appointments, or doing the role plays, or whatever she's doing right now in her training, to show that and document that, because I truly believe that's going to be a real foundation for her being successful down the road on a digital platform.
Sure. Absolutely. Here's the thing. There's a lot of information out there, and sometimes you can get overloaded on information when it comes to running, trying to go out there and do a business. If it's MLM, home business, whatever, right? We can go out there, and here's the thing. There's a personal growth that you have to go through. There's like a real break. You're going to have breakdowns, right? You're going to have emotional breakdowns. And I'm going to, and I've shared those with you guys personally. Matt seen me breakdown, and it's like, it's a matter of just like, because it's not a breakdown where I'm saying I feel like I can't do this. This is not, I'm giving up. It's none of that. It's just, you're dealing with the world. You're dealing with your family. You're dealing with friends. You're dealing with just life in itself. And then you're trying to start a new journey. And there's a whole new road, a whole new map, because you're so used to doing one way, another, a whole new thing. You're so used to doing it one way. Now you got to go learn this whole new learning curve, right? It's like this,
you still got all the other responsibilities that you're still carrying along with it.
Exactly. And you have to be patient. You can't be cool. So that's the thing. There's a personal growth. Definitely for me, I have grown as an individual, because my patience has gotten a little bit better. And people say, "Oh, Ben, you're so patient." No, man. You don't know.
I need a lot of practice there.
You're like, I'm like, but there is a personal, and that's the whole thing. And someone in your wife's situation, we want her to enjoy the journey, right? We want her to be like, yeah, that was okay. Yeah, I get it. And that kind of hurt a little bit, but yeah, I get it. It's like that Rocky video. It's not how many punches you can take, how many punches you give, it's how many punches you can take and get back going, right? That's the idea. So yeah, you're going to get hit a lot, and we want to document that journey, because what's going to happen is next year or in 2 years, you're going to look back and reflect and go, that was really nothing. I was making a big deal out of nothing. And there's going to be other hurdles out there that are going to be much bigger than that beginning stage, right?
Absolutely. Every level you get to, there's going to be a different set of circumstances, challenges that you're going to have to overcome. But I honestly, right now, somebody in a new business has such a huge advantage, and this is the reason, because you can document that journey. That you don't have to be perfect. Not that I have to be or Ben has to be, because we've been doing this a little longer, but I think we're a little bit more critical, I would say, of what we're doing, because we are practicing a lot, we are trying a lot. But the people that are starting, or you're starting a new business and you're able to just turn your camera on and say, hey man, I just stopped at my ABC supplier, we've just picked up these things, I'm super excited to take on this new challenge, these are the things I'm going to do on this job going forward. And let me use my concrete experience. Hey, I just picked up these epoxies, I can't wait to go do this beautiful epoxy floor in this dining room. Check out the pictures. I'll show you the process, and then make sure to catch the after videos, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's so easy to do that and document from the beginning. And you know what? If you have a problem or a challenge, how you overcome that is huge too. You're going to get so many people that want to see that struggle. And then not only that, the success after that, what you did and how you did that.
Absolutely. The success story. So we had this conversation with Jody, right? And Jody's had a lot of challenges, and she's one of our other moderators, and she's in our entourage. When we talk about the entourage, that's just someone in our group that we're all helping each other. We're a network of people. These are a network of people that are in our journey. We're all helping each other out, and she's trying to find her. And for me, I found something special in her, and we're working with her. And I said, you're gonna. One of the questions was, I just don't want to share to my personal struggles. I get, because you're digging deep, right? You dig deep in your heart, and you're sharing things. It's not about sharing all of the bad things, right? But you can say, hey, I've had a lot of challenges in my life. I had a lot of struggles, but today I'm going to go out and try to make it a little bit better today, right? If you're writing it and you're saying it, you're going to do it, right? So social media is a great way to is it affirmations? Am I saying it correctly? Your affirmations or your goals, or putting it out there, right? Because what you're putting out there is what's going to go out and what's going to come back in. So if I start posting, oh, the world sucks, this sucks, everything sucks, you're going to see the world from a very negative perspective.
Absolutely, because your brain is going to attract that.
Sure.
The way your brain works, it's going to make you right. If you say you can't do it, you're not going to do it. That's the bottom line. And you talk about mindset. I mean, that's such a huge thing in all of this, because if your mindset's not right and you're telling yourself, and you're your worst critic, and I know I struggle with this a little bit too, and you're beating yourself up, how can you expect the world to embrace you? You need to really set that stuff aside and celebrate those wins, and even the small ones, because nobody's going to celebrate you like you. Don't tear yourself down. There's enough people standing in line to go ahead and say bad stuff about you. Just the bottom line of that. So just keeping that positive tone will help you power through that.
Sure. And hold on one sec here. And if you don't believe what we're saying, I'm going to name off just the people that are right now, and like just in the conversation: Joe, you, Gustavo, Annette. I'm not sure who else is on here, but people, this is what I'm talking about. When you're putting attract great people around you, and I appreciate all the people that I get to have conversation with and talks with, and they're around my circle, and it gets better and better and better. Is it overnight? No, it didn't take. Did I meet Maddie overnight? That all of a sudden, a year ago, when I first, I wish I had met Maddie a couple of years ago, but timing is right? The timing is right, because I talked to him, we had coffee, and we're like, oh, okay, great. And I'm like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm thinking, and we shared ideas, and we're like, oh, okay, great. And that's the whole idea, the whole concept is what you put out again is what comes back in, and it takes time. And here's the thing, there is no easy button. I wish there was, my friend. If I had found the easy button, I would tell everyone, and I would say, hey, this is the easy button. This is the button right there. Let's push it all together, and we all win.
Well, wait a minute. This is the easy button, isn't
it? Yeah. It is.
You hear it all the time. I've been hearing this lately. You know, the overnight success took 10 years in the making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those kinds of things. There's so much work that's going on behind the scenes. I'm sure in your businesses, Rick, Heidi and Gustavo, I'm sure they have so many moving parts and so many things going on, you know, that none of this is easy. None of the practices are easy. None of the, whatever business you're in or occupation, none of that is easy. But at the end of the day, if you get into a rhythm and a system and you start getting some momentum, it really does get easier. And you're putting the work in, and eventually you start seeing those wins, and they start piling up, and then they start growing. And then you start learning, like I'm starting to learn how to start exponentially, getting your reach out there and starting to set up more referral networks and those kinds of things. It really is something you need to water and grow, just like a relationship. Anything like that that's worthwhile, you're going to need to invest a lot of time in to make it work.
Absolutely.
And that was one of the conversations that sparked the conversation today was with my wife was, I take care of the house. I do the cooking, the cleaning. I do a little bit. Okay, everybody calm down. I do a little bit. But, she does take care of the household, the foundation of the house, and she has her job. How does she carve out that time to do prospecting or to set up her business? Let me ask you, Ben, can you answer that question? I know what I told her, but, a full-time mom, with 2 kids, a husband and a wife, or a husband and a kid, you know what I mean? What would you tell somebody like that saying, hey, you're starting a new business. How would you structure your day, or how would you find the time to work your business?
Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to have to sacrifice certain things. There's a lot of sacrificing. If it's time, one of the things you have to look at your schedule. You have to really look at your life. That's why we talk about, you have to start looking at your life and going, okay, is it time for the beauty salon, right? Or is it time for me for the gym? Is it time for me to go out to eat? And here's the thing. As I've grown, I've given up a lot of things. If it's from having, and I always tell people, is it from having beers, right? I used to love having a beer at night at 6 o'clock. I love a cold IPA beer, drink a couple and relax and sitting down on the evening and watching TV. Do I do that now? No, I haven't done that for a year. Have I lost weight? No, I'm eating more. So, so is it when someone calls me, or this is before the quarantine and the shutdown, when they say, hey, Ben, let's go out and have a beer or let's go meet up. No, I don't do that. I'm saying I can't. I'm sorry. But if you call me in the morning and want to have a cup of coffee or breakfast and talk about things and business or whatever, like Maddie and I do, I'm down for that. I'm 100% down. And we've talked about this.
Right.
So, and we're having a great conversation. We're having fun. It's not about it doesn't have to be all serious, right? It doesn't have to be business, but we're just kind of chit chatting. And so there's certain sacrifices that you have to, I couldn't tell you.
So many.
Not so many, not to give up, but you're really going to have to really dissect certain things and really manage your time. One of the things I've learned from you, my friend, is waking up early in the morning. And we talked about this yesterday. I have my daughter now. She's up in the morning. She got in trouble with the whole technology again, right? Mm-hmm. And now I told her, I said, no, this is it's not your punishment, but now you're going to wake up in the morning with me, and we're going to start creating new habits, right? Creating new habits. So that's kind of the thing.
That's what it is. The creating new habits when you do create a new business, and that's a little baby there. You know what I mean? I remember when we had little Maddie, that first 6 months, there was nothing but constant care, nurturing, feeding, caring for that baby. Little MJ, he had so much care at the beginning. You're doing that for your business, and it's going to last a lot longer than 6 months. But you need to put that same effort, that same care, concern, and nurture. I know there was many parties and events that I've wanted to go to and I didn't go to, and didn't give great excuses why I didn't go. But the bottom line was I was focused on business and focused on trying to accomplish things, or I was I'm always centered in my clients' So, my schedule is never my own. So, I always put them first. So I miss a lot of things, and that's a sacrifice I choose to make. Gustavo, thank you so much for contributing. He's saying not selling, but meeting new people to grow networking and let them find out what she does from her social media posts. Man, that's pretty much what you said yesterday, Gustavo. I don't know how you got in his head, but you really made the point that Ben was going to make here in a moment. It's phenomenal. Thank you. I really appreciate your contribution there. Rick, thank you so much. Kill that meeting. I hope you do well. Thank you for joining us. Gilberto, thank you so much for joining us. But really, consistency, getting out there is going to be the key, and showing your battles.
Yeah. So let's go back, because we're all talking about lead generation. Let's talk about lead generation Thursday.
Darn it, we do that a lot, don't we?
But what we talked about yesterday is we're gonna Matt and I, right? We're gonna try to document Maddie's wife, right? That's kind of the idea. We're gonna document that. We're gonna have conversations, and if you're a realtor, or if you're in the insurance, or you're thinking about doing something like that, we're just gonna talk about that a little bit more, so people can see what because it's going to be a little bit personal. It is. I couldn't do this. I tell you this, if you asked me to do it for my wife, I'd but Matt's a good guy, man. I think he's a real good guy, and I'm sure his wife is going to listen to him, and she respects him.
Black eye or something.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see. It'll be a little adventure, a new story. So we're definitely gonna share that with you guys. So you guys have to tune in, and we're gonna talk about that. We'll talk about it on Marketing Monday, Tuesday. We'll bring it up a little bit, and maybe we'll get her back. We'll get her on the Zoom, or we'll do that because we want to support. That's the whole point of the group, right? It's to support, encourage, and we're out there and to have a conversation. And maybe Gustavo on a Friday can give some
that'd be phenomenal. Absolutely.
Yeah, awesome, right? Have a conversation with someone from outside and go, hey, this is what I did, and talk about insurance. And I'm not, you can, if you ask me about insurance, I don't know anything about it. I just know I have to have it. That's all. Nowadays it's important.
You know what? As she's taking this journey, I want to know about it, because honestly, before I got into real estate, there was a time when I was going to dabble in insurance, and it just didn't go down that way. But it was something that I was interested in the financial services and all that. So I've been sitting in on the classes and the trainings. There's a lot to know, and there's a lot of ways for companies to take advantage of your naivete. Can you say that word? I can't say that word. Not being naive. Somebody else. I lose points today. I can't say the word. But for really not understanding how the insurance works can really cost you money in the long run. So very interesting process. We'll see how it goes with her. I really want to get her on camera, because she's really not comfortable on camera yet. And I'm trying to let her know these are the things that if I were to start over, no friends, no list, no business, no nothing, and I were to start over, this is what I would do. The first bit of advice would be to go back and go to I Love Marketing podcast and listen to the first 4 episodes. That's the first bit of advice I would tell anybody to do. And then just really get on video and start telling your struggles and your story.
Yeah. And here's the thing, guys. This is just the first step. Now, like for example, yesterday I had a conversation with someone. I was asking about the phone sites, and they called me, and it caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, and I answered the phone.
Those conversations, right?
Yeah, because I had my kids running around, and they caught me, and all of a sudden, like, anyways, now you got to work the phone. Now you got to how to have a conversation. The gentleman was asking a lot of questions, and he wasn't kind of like, and trying to explain to him and really trying to explain your product over the phone is a whole different conversation, and trying to explain what you can offer and really trying to find that connection on the phone. It's, but that's where you need to get them. And that takes time too. Now, when you start, you're always working something, and the more you do it and do it and do it, it gets better and better. So I love the fails. Even if he didn't buy anything, he was just ringing.
You're not losing. You're just learning, right?
Exactly.
So we're going to do a lot of that. This is going to, we kind of talked about it a little bit, my wife and I, last night, and this is something that I really am going to push her to do. So I ask you to rally around me a little bit, help me out a little bit. This is something that I really want to pull her out, because my wife's a wonderful lady. She's passionate, just like me, Latina lady that just will kill it for you. She always is very well done with her makeup, has her lashes or brows done. So people are always asking her, hey, what about this? How do you do this? Or who are you using? And to hear her talk about things she's passionate about, I would love to see that transfer into something she's passionate about in business, as far as helping people plan for their lives. You know what I mean? And that's really where we're going to go with that. And it's going to be a fun journey. In this journey, we're doing a lot of documenting, Ben and I, throughout all of this. Not only the building of the Facebook groups, what's going on, what's working, what's not working, and also just foundationally how to really grow your social presences online. So we're working on some of those things. Anything you guys can contribute, we would invite you to do so. Any questions that you guys have, any DMs that you guys are giving us, just know we're not answering those in the DMs. We are going to be answering them live here. So we really want to help you, but the way we want to help you is helping everybody. And we have some great questions in the DMs lately, and we're saving those for episodes. So if we're not answering you directly, or maybe we're giving you a vague answer in a DM, the reason for that is it's a great question, and we want to help more people, and we want to do that in a live show. And then we can go ahead and obviously it's recorded, and that helps more people. Okay. Sure. So in saying that, don't ask your question in a DM. Ask it in a comment. If I say something out of turn, Ben says something wrong, correct us. Let us know if you got a better way, because we want to grow as well. That's what this is all about.
We go through all the comments. We read all the comments.
Every single one.
Yeah, I go through all the comments, and we go through all the DMs, and some questions are just a little bit harder to answer. I'm not typing it down, and then I got other things going on, right? And Maddie's really good. He loves to do the video. I'm not going to send you a video unless it's very, very important, or maybe
it's lazy. I don't want to use my thumbs, man. It's easier to do that.
Yeah. I don't want to send it to the wrong person. I've made that mistake where I said, like, oh, that wasn't to you.
Lead off that one time. I got a great lead doing a video to someone else. They're like, oh, wow, we were thinking about buying a house, blah, blah, blah. So I sent them another video.
Awesome. Good deal. Hey, that happens. So definitely, we do reply back to it. So, but come to it. You gotta ask us a question, and we'll answer it in the live stream. We love sharing that information, and we're here to give you more information. So that's the whole idea. Thanks, Ben.
You're watching this in the morning. The idea, and I was talking to Rick yesterday offline on another conversation. He's like, yeah, I listen to you as I'm getting ready in the morning. That's the idea. We want you just, not really watching us. No, I'm not the cutest guy out there, but you know what? That's why we have Ben on here, to bring the attractive level back up. You know what I mean? It's really about what we're saying. We want you to listen. Throw the phone on the cabinet while you're in there doing your hair. If we give you, I know these are, 30-minute shows or so. We're trying to keep them to that, but we're trying to give you 3-4 nuggets of great information that you can implement in your business and grow and move forward.
All right. So I think we're good. 20. I think we're at the 28.
We are. Lance, thank you so much for joining us. Brenda, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, tomorrow, YouTube Live, open mic. We will put the Zoom link in there. Come in, have a great cup of coffee with us. Join us. Let's see what the conversation has. Let's see if I can get my wife in here tomorrow. That would be phenomenal to start that off. But anyway, join us tomorrow. YouTube Live 7.
Everyone's welcome. Everyone is welcome. Even if you just want to sit in the conversation and listen, it's okay. Just let us know that. Let us know.
Yeah.
Practice that. Let us know, because this is a new tool, the Zoom, the Facebook Live. You have to practice this. This is important.
And yeah, like you said, if you want to stay muted, just wave to us, and that's it. We're good. So thank you so much for joining us. Today was Thursday, Lead Generation Thursday. Again, tomorrow, YouTube. Have a phenomenal day, everybody. Remember, out there, slay the day, folks. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.